Hello everyone, this is Enderturon, and I am back with Game 5 of the 4th Reddit Casual Tournament, Yugo vs. Yugo. In case you're wondering, there is no Game 4. From what I can tell, it was not played, and I'm guessing one of the players was a no-show, had the forfeit, something came up in that guy's schedule, I don't know. There's just, for whatever reason, was not played, so... That means we're now on to the second round. This is the semi-finals. So in this battle on the blue team, we have MagusArcanus with a Yugoslavian general deck. Big surprise, I know. Currently operating under the name of Karagoth. He's not the Karagoth that I said in the last replay with him, but just so you know. And on the red team, we have Tyrnek with a Yugoslavian motorized deck. Same deck. Basically, they're both using the same decks used in the previous round. And yeah, let's get this underway. Okay. Right off the bat, looks like it's an interesting disposition for their forces. Maybe not. Looks like they're both doing one command starts. Have to get any closer to see. Moto. Nope, he's actually incorrect on the CV's location. It's actually over there. Kind of clever, because most people expect the CV to be, you know, like an infantry CV in the buildings here. Anyway. Oh, I didn't see what those beacons were for, because I probably should have slowed the replay down. Anyway. So, starting with Tyrnek over here. Let's see. These guys here, not quite sure where he's sending these guys. Looks like it's Drugs. Recon. Yeah, just some A2 gems and some Recon. I'm guessing that's going to be holding down this area in Delta. That's my first impression for what I'm saying. He has 2 Hera, 2's Recon. BRDM 2, what else? Yeah, just more Recon, so that's probably going to be holding down in this general area. You know, keep an eye on things. And then it looks like he's just going to be going full out into the buildings here in Delta. Wait, does he have a mortar? That's above 30, or whatever it is. Yeah. I'm not seeing any mortar carriers. Oh, that's odd. Okay, it's 3 heritages. I thought he had 2. Anyway. Oh no, it's... I guess I should see what infantry has. So I'm guessing that's Padobranchi, Proletari, and Proletari, I'm guessing. And yeah, so looks like he's doing a fairly standard start. You know, going all into the town here with some ATGM support on the flanks. And Recon. Gotta keep those eyes. And he's also starting with an L17K, which is an interesting little thing. It's a interesting ASF. It has, you know, just SRAMs, no MRAMs, so it just throws out these short-range missiles pretty quickly. But yeah, it's just interesting. It has no mortar carrier. I find that a mortar is vital on this map for the opening because it allows you, you know, basically the standard tactic on this map is you want to drop more smoke. From, you know, on the left side where Tyrnek is, you want to drop smoke here so that you block the line of sight of enemy, you know, fire support is probably going to be in this area. Well, in theory, your fire support, you know, which is over here, can engage the enemy trying to get into the town. Of course, generally what happens is, you know, red guy smokes here, blue guy smokes here, so it's just your infantry going at it. But it, you know, depends. Anyway, let's not forget what Magus is getting up to. So I'm medium seeing a little bit of wield. That's probably, I can't remember what his deck composition is. Pretty sure that's Padobranchi 90 in there. It's probably Mayo Savannah or down-vetted Proletari. Got Savas. One Sava, got a Vior, M91A, so the super heavy, and an AN, the super recon tank, and an ATGM carrier, and a smoke carrier. See, I'm thinking that Tyrnek's gonna, if his infantry going into the buildings there is gonna get pretty chewed up, is my guess. Command infantry, yeah, both teams are doing one command start, so it looks like the only thing going to Foxshot is probably just going to be this guy watching the flank over here is my guess. And got some Spat, Granikari, and Droogs, yeah, so that's just going to hold down this area in the town. And let's get this underway. So it looks like, yeah, that guy's firing smoke. Oh, on place for smoke. Oh, he's probably sending his tanks out over there. Oh, Oreo 2 coming. Oh, is he going to bomb the road? Oh, the Hera got wrecked. Oh, that didn't do anything. L-17K is going out. It looks like one got stunned. But no air defense really over here. This guy's stunned. He's not going to be... Oh, maybe. He gets the turn. And that L-17K does make it out. And then evac being goes. Yep, so all the wheeled... Oh, interesting. He's not going for the town. He's bypassing it and going straight for Alpha. Don't know how useful that would be, though. And Paddle Branchy are going after the lighter stuff. Yeah, they're going to wreck it with their boom bars. And now, yep, they're falling back. So he's falling back into town. That forces these guys to get closer to engage him. And then they're easy pickings for these Droogs, which are out here in the trees, but it looks like they actually are spotted. Yeah, they get spotted when they fire. These guys are caught in a little bit of a rock and a hard place. There's a trained viewers pulling back. Adventure jumping forward to engage and then dropping back by the looks of it. Oh, Super Gabe's going after the AN, gets it. These guys are caught out in the open. This is a good move from Tyrnek here. Oh, L-15M's going. Branchy building hopping. Oh, looks like it's going to be a direct hit. Oh, misses. Oh, but they're out in the open. Another Hera goes down. Zerug's firing again. I think it's going for the Sava, maybe? Or an OT. Yeah, I can see OT. That's, yeah, completely out. Oh, T-55's getting caught up by the Droogs over here, though. But still alive, because the Droog's only like, what, 20 AP? Yeah. Oh, L-15M's out. Don't know what it's going for, though. These guys are getting a little chewed up by the KPVTs. Oh, is it bombing the Proletary? Oh, it's going after the Nea Savannah. Does L-15M make it out? Looks like it took a hit from the... Oh, nope, Sava does finish it off. Oh. And it looks like the HE bombs largely missed. The Nea Savannah took out one squad, but the other one's still intact. Or was. They're both getting pretty chewed up now. That Veer is going to be trouble. Oh, then L-15M's out again. I just realized Tyrnek doesn't get Savas in this deck because they're tracked. Patamanchi building jump into Nea Savannah so they don't get bombed. So they maintain control of the town. Oh, rockets coming in. Oh, the Bove got taken out, so it's not... Oh, can Tyrnek see the VR? No, he can't. I don't know what he's trying to do with that. Looks like he's just going to be on station. Yeah, he's evacing it. Oh, the T-55A is just going to get wrecked out in the open like that. Alright, so it's definitely an interesting play. Oh, T-55A going along the very top road. Nothing can see it, probably. Nope. Not right now, at least. Okay, looks like it's just going to hold there. Lots of smoke coming out. He wants to keep that Savat. Oh. Well, the Savat's one missile left. And he wants to keep that VR alive because that's his biggest advantage over... Or one of his biggest advantages over a motorized deck is his heavy armor. 15M bombing in the wrong spot. Another Droog's out. These guys are just moving right on up. So this is a great play from Tyrnek for the opening. He managed to catch out, basically, he managed to catch Tyrnek, or Magus's, I cannot English today, or speak, probably the more appropriate term. Anyway, he managed to largely catch out Magus's opening, which he's now trying to recover from. And it looks like the recovery is going to involve a lot of infantry, and probably smoke as well. And Tyrnek is bringing out a lot of recon. Oh, got the Pracha. It's a interesting thing. It's, I don't know, you don't see it very often. Most people prefer the Sava for their anti-helo AA, I guess. That's probably going to wreck that Hera if it doesn't miss. And that's the problem with it. It only has 2 missiles up to ready. And that guy, I think he might have gone a split-second view on that VR, but lost line of sight and now is evacing it again. Sent KR going after the Both. Oh, but they're spotted. They're probably going to get wrecked by the next thing that sneezes in their direction. Looks like some more Sent K coming out. Oh, T-55A getting wrecked by T-55A. Yeah, this guy's in trouble. He's firing on the move. Oh, L-18's out for some good old-fashioned combat air patrolling. These guys are advancing on foot. Oh, L-18's going after the L-15. Oh, 15 gets, yep, goes down. No air defense for the L-18. Well, Gamma doesn't count. Oh, Rayo 2 is going on an adventure. Okay, lost its line of sight and it's just evacing. Probably trying to go up to T-55A, but lost line of sight. Oh, but it flies over the spat at the last minute. Okay, T-55A is getting engaged by the Drugs, which I think, yeah, they're spotted. Or maybe not. All these Proletari got gauged right over in here. It's a good move from Magus. Moving in here is going to try and get into the forest. He's got a fairly significant force, so he shouldn't be able to do it without too much difficulty. Oh, even more Drugs coming out. He's just going to spread those guys about. He has them up-vetted. You know, they're going to be... What, Drugs are 60% accuracy? 50%. Okay, not as good, but... It's not an amazing ATGM, but... Against, you know, most tanks, it's going to be doing a decent chunk of damage, you know. Most tanks in the game don't have more than, you know, 20 armor. That Pracha definitely needs to be resupplied. And above 30's out, and L-18's back out on cap. Oh, these guys are out of ATGMs. Huh. Looks like he spammed enough... Tyrnek spammed enough stuff at them that they ran out of missiles. Oh, BRDM gets taken up by a ponderously moving ATGM from somewhere. Is it from the Hera? No, not Hera's doesn't aid an ATGM. Whatever. ATGM from somewhere. Probably from the AFE there. Meanwhile, this BRDM2 is taking it to some Proletari. Oh, it's going to get L-15M problems, though. Is that... I think it's like 1 armor on that. Or is it... Yeah, it's 1 armor all around. Even more BRDM2s coming up. Oh, something exploded there. Oh, it's just another BRDM2. Oh, no. No T's engaging it. And it's upvetted, so it's actually hitting. Oh, are these guys going to make it into the town? Looks like it's some more Proletari. Ooh, nope. They're gone. It's a constant wall of smoke coming out to keep that VR alive. Oh, does Tyrnek have line of sight on it? Yes, he does. Well, once again, more smoke coming out, so as soon as the Super Galeb shows up... That guy's... Oh wow. He's going all out. Yeah, but more smoke's coming out. And I don't think he has any line of sight on it. Yeah, he's evacing that guy. He's evacing both of those. Oh, 17Ks. going after the L-15M. But it flies over the Sava. Sava has been resupplied and it goes down. But also got the L-15M as well. Oh, but these Proletari do get bombed by the L-15M. They managed to get the bombs off before getting shot down. And they're badly outnumbered by that MagusArcanus. Oh, and the Droogs are at it again. That BVP is going to regret being made. But the VR is advancing up the field. Up in the Hera did spot the Droog. Oh, but it has no more rockets. Now the bomb of 30 is moving up. Sava's going after that Hera. Ooh. First one misses, second one misses. That is lucky. Oh, Oreo and Super Galeb are out again. Oh, V-Horse spotted. Or not. Oh, maybe. Oh, it takes one hit. Oreo 2 overshoots his target though. Oh, does it Sava get it? Sava gets the Oreo. That guy took a hit from something. So it's going to be a while before he's back out, but that VR is also being damaged. So it's going to have to disengage for a while, most likely. No, it's probably a FAP coming straight for it. And you got the Newa M1 out. It has slightly better stats than the radar, than the non-radar one. And since it's Yugoslavia doesn't have any seed, so that Newa doesn't have to worry about eating an anti-radiation missile whatsoever. I have a feeling that Hera 2 is definitely going to even the playing field between the Proletariat and the MagusArcanus. Or however that's supposed to be pronounced. I'm probably butchering every Yugoslavian name that I try and pronounce. Oh, but that Hera 2 is engaging a vehicle instead. So the Proletariat are going to be free to engage those MagusArcanus relatively unmolested. Because, you know, the MagusArcanus can still shoot back. Kind of like that. And they do have a better machine gun. Of course, they have line infantry stats on it, while these guys have shock infantry stats. Okay, so May just feels confident enough to send out a command vehicle Foxtrot for the +1. That's going to give him a point advantage, and the Orcan's out. That's the cluster one, yeah. And he's probably going to fire into these bushes here. He probably won't kill it, or he won't kill the VR, most likely, but it will mess up everything else that's there. Oh, and the Droogs were spotted. BRDM2, oh, probably got shot up by the Hera by the looks of it. And now these MagusArcanus are having a pretty bad day. Oh, and it has a lovely encounter with an autocannon. Pracha still hasn't been resupplied, though. Oh, Hera. Jesus, oh, fuel leak. Okay. Oh, Arcan is firing. Okay. Oh, it's in the right general area. Don't know if it's going to get any hits. Oh, there goes the supply truck. The VR took a hit. Sava's backing out. I think, yeah, Sava's almost done. Oh, VR's taking a couple hits, so it's down a little bit. But the Sava's still intact. Oh, and now all the TAB-71s are moving to engage with that lovely KPVT. It's the worst autocannon in game. But when you get a bunch of them going, they can stun up some infantry pretty quickly. Interesting note, Tyrnek doesn't have any FOBs, so that Orcan's going to chew through his supply like nobody's business. Oh, that Droog team's lucky. Sort of. L-15M. Oh, and an L-19. Is he bombing in here, I think? Or going after the AN? Oh, it's going to eat a Newa. Yep, takes one hit, and the Sava finishes it off. And bombed. Nothing at all? Oh, wait. Nope, it got M80 by the looks of it. Yeah, BVP M80A, I do believe it was. Let me see. Zoom in. Yeah, pretty sure that's what got blown up over there. Anyway, it's way too far up. That's way too close in. I'm good at this. Yeah, anyway, so Magus still has the point advantage. He's acquired 46 so far. Tyrnek might want to do something about that before he finds himself at a major point disadvantage. Oh, Gamma 2 coming out. This guy's almost out of shells, of mortar rounds with which to smoke. Oh, looks like that guy made the mistake of driving on the open and paid the price. Oh, Hera 2 is getting a bit cheeky. It's probably going to fly over. Oh, nope, it stuns it. But I'm pretty sure the Dishka on that's going to give it the good news. Yeah, it's probably not going to end well for that Hera if it gets stunned. Oh, looks like it's making out. Oh, the L18's going after it. Bit of a risky move because you could easily get caught out by an L19. Oh, looks like it's going to make it out. Oh, L19's there. Because it's a big 29, so yeah, it's 900 versus 1,000. Okay, let's see what happened. Oh, first missile. They both miss. L19 gets the kill. Alright. Oh, another Hera 2 coming out to watch the flanks. Or the flank. Gamma 2 is going after the Hera and misses one. Does it hit the second one? Yes, it does. Oh, M84 ends falling back. This Droog team is probably going to die very soon. Super Galeb loses line of sight. Okay, so Tyrnek's getting his own command out. And some BRDMs for flank security, I suppose. In the meanwhile, Kiragoth, or MagusArcanus, has now acquired 78 conquest points. That's definitely in the lead for now. Let's speed up a little bit. These guys are getting messed up. Paddle Branch and Indy are outnumbered. So yeah, they're gonna get chewed up by that fire support. And it looks like Tyrnek is trying to rush in some reinforcement to them, but it's not gonna be enough. And yeah, Gamma goes down because they're just not very good at anything, to be completely honest. Unless you really spam them. But even then, they're probably not going to achieve much. Oh, M91. That's 130.1. That's going to be an unpleasant surprise for Tyrnek. So he's rushing in some more proletary. Speaking of proletary being rushed in, that's exactly what Magus is doing himself. Now it looks like some Senke coming out as well. Yeah, Savannah, yeah. Stuns coming from the autocannons there are gonna get pretty messed up. Droog's intercepting the reinforcements. Oh, but it misses. Does he get the second shot off? Looks like he's gonna lose line of sight. These guys are, yeah, they're getting mortared. Looks like something tried pushing up over there and died. Droog's taking heavy mortar fire from, yep, and the Hera finishes it off by the looks of it. Oh, command infantry coming out. Is that going for Delta or Alpha? Well, these guys are trying to deal with all the guys that Magus has put in. And, oh, they managed to isolate the vehicles and take them out, and now the infantry's isolated. But there's still all these guys down here. Oh, who's almost out of fuel? Just the PBs, yeah, PB has pretty bad mobility overall. L19 is out. Ooh, that L19's gonna die. Oh, it looks like I got the L18 though, but the L17K probably finished it off. Oh, it looks like that command infantry is going for Alpha. Meanwhile, these guys are just going to get overwhelmed by the sheer number, just the sheer amount of infantry. Just slow down a bit. Arrow 2 is coming out. Don't know what it's going for. It could be the... I don't know. It doesn't have line of sight on the Vior, the M91. Could be the Padobranchi. Going to use a go rocket run. Fire on position. Interesting choice. That's one of the disadvantages that a motorized deck has, especially for Red 4, is that you oftentimes don't have a lot of price-efficient transports. Because basically, you know, wheeled units pay a 5-point tax compared to, you know, a basic wheeled transport is going to be 10 points, you know, something like, you know, the German Fuchs, French VAB, you know, things like that, you know, or the XA180s. They have the armament of a 5-point tracked APC, and usually the armor as well, but they pay an extra 5 points just for the speed, just for the, you know, the fact that they're faster, so much faster. However, for Red 4, since so much of Red 4 relies on the BTRs, you know, 60, 70, 80s, and all those pay 5 points for an extra 5 points for having a KPVT, which is usually not particularly good. It's just a 5-point tax you have to pay. And what that means is you are at a numerical disadvantage in terms of number of units. You know, this guy costs 3 times as much as that guy, or well, that's the 10.1, but it costs 50% more. And this guy, and it's, you know, much faster and has the same armor, but it does not have nearly as much direct combat power. I don't mind that sliding sound. That's my cat finding something to chase. Anyway, should probably get back to the actual action. But yeah, it's just what I'm trying to say is that it's a lot easier for mages to spam infantry, especially in a forest fight, than it is for Tyrnek. Oh, and they both put command infantry into Alpha at almost the same time, by the looks of it. Yep, got lots of hairs coming in because it's just such a handy. It's just such a handy little recon helicopter. Once again, that fired on position completely missed. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Magus has narrowed down which section of forest that Tyrnek's command infantry's in. Oh, Padam actually take out his only... Or, okay, he did resupply the Pracha, however it's pronounced. There's that more Sendke coming in. Droog's missing. Droog's just been missing a lot today. Oh, Arrow 2's out again. Mortars are just putting out a constant wall of smoke to keep these tanks alive, which is good. Oh, hey, I got some Senke and Droog moving up over here. I guess he's going to put them in here and try and take out, you know, the recon assets. Oh, Para 2 is just going to YOLO over these guys. Oh, no, maybe not. It's going to show some restraint, but it's probably spawning them. Actually, it's not. Yeah, I guess they're too deep in the forest. Oh, the Granacari over here finally died. Oh, command infantry gone into Delta. That's giving Magus +1. Rocket Run got pretty close, but that guy got whacked out of the sky by the Sava and the Newa. Oh, and the Sava goes down to the Droog. And the T-55A goes down to the Polo. Polo goes down to the Droog. That VR is running out of friends. Another command infantry are moving. Granacari caught out in the open. However, like I said, KPVTs, especially the early ones like this, they have crap accuracy and stabilizers. They have terrible suppression. They're just not good against infantry. And they're barely workable against, enemy vehicles. So once they get close, thanks to a combination of AP scaling and just accuracy scaling, they can actually be pretty workable at close range against light armor, but, it's only very light armor. It's 1 AP we're talking about here. Oh, Pacha took out the Hera. These guys are getting pretty chewed up at close range. Now Veer is going to be in danger because he's portraying, not an Apulus. So that guy's going to cheese it out of there. Oh, command infantry up top. Looks like Tyrnek's going to try and countercap Foxtrot. Oh, Playman smoking. Actually, decent coverage there. Alright, L15M bombed in here by the looks of it. Oh, that's a bad move from Tyrnek. He's just, moving right across the open. That's leaving these guys almost completely open. Oh, Pacha's getting the good news from the mortars. Okay. Hera 2s are probably going to detect this little whatever shenanigans that Tyrnek's trying to get up to over here. He has no air defense. Oh, Granakari survived the first salvo. And the second salvo gets them. Alpha DNM's bombing. Looks like this push just got caught out in the open. Oh, L15M make it to the buildings, but it looks like they got chunked up pretty good by that L15M. And now they're pretty badly outnumbered here in the town. The Pato Banshee's gonna have words with them. That Jeep's probably not gonna be able to push in. And yep, looks like Tyrnek conceded the battle. Okay, let's break it down. MagusArcanus was victorious with 157 conquest points to Tyrnek's 0. Magus acquired 3,005 kills, while Tyrnek only came in at 2,300. How do I want to say it? Yeah, it's just... I summed up a bit of it in the battle already, but I said Tyrnek, that opening from him, honestly, that was an amazing opening, I'd say. Maybe could have gone with some smoke, but it worked pretty out well for him. But after that, the weaknesses of motorized came in. They're good at taking ground in the beginning, but they just have trouble holding it. And that's what happened. Is just he got ground down by just the superior ability of a non-motorized deck that generally has to spam. Like motorized decks do have some spamming capability, just because they have more infantry slots available, but just because of their transport options, they tend to suffer because they just can't call out as much infantry as cheaply. And that, not to mention the fact that one of the best air defense assets that Yugoslavia has is the Sava, and that's not available to motorized. Not to mention it has no super heavies. It doesn't even get the M84AN, probably the ultimate Yugo meme unit, I think. And what else is there? Yeah. Also, Tyrnek just felt like his air defense was kind of lacking in this battle. He barely had anything. I think part of it, does come down to motorized deck. But anyways, that's Finland. Yugo, support, thematic, motorized. I said motorized. There we go. Yeah, that's what you have to work with. This is what Magus had to work with. This is what Tyrnek had to work with. He still has, the Nawas, which are pretty good in long-range air defense, but maybe he would have been better off with them if he had some Nawas to help defend his infantry from air attacks, but that would have been points that had to come from somewhere else on his efforts. Okay. Alright, so he doesn't have access to the radar one. That's why I can never remember all my... I can't Yeah, I just haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't played too much with Yugoslavia. I think I might go back to Entente at some point, but that's a discussion for another day. So I have the BOV 3 and the BOV 30. This is, whatever. This is the fun one. It's not bad for a non-radar piece. I can point out, and I think that's one of the things, throughout this tournament so far, I point out, they'd be better off the radar one, but the thing to remember is that the radar one is tracked. Gun, yep, the FOCA. And that's the thing to remember is that, especially for Tyrnek who's running a motorized deck, he doesn't get this. This is the best he gets for Spags. So it's something you always have to consider. I don't know, I say, Tyrnek is a good player. You can definitely, just by looking at how he's playing, you can tell that he knows what he's doing, and it's just, I think he maybe unnecessarily handicapped himself by playing Moto. He probably would have, stood a much better chance if he had gone with just a general deck, but he put up a very good fight, and it's just, in this battle, I'd say what really cost him was just the weaknesses of a motorized deck. Also, I think, doesn't Yugoslavia only get like one motorized transport? Okay, they get one ground transport, DOT tab 71, and they have the HT40 for helo transport, which is not great, because 57mm rockets are just garbage. And yeah, I think I'll just call it here. Before I ramble on too long about random things, I'm Xander Turon, and this was Game 5 of the 4th Reddit Casual Tournament. You guys have a lovely day. Oh, so I forgot to mention that this means that MagusArcanus does move on to the finals. And so he will face the winner of Game 6 in the finals, and that'll be a best 2 out of 3. Which, I'll repeat once I get to that, to the finals, but just so you guys know, if you weren't following the tournament. And yeah, double outro for the win. You guys have a lovely day.